Hello everyone, good evening once again. In the Twitch chat I already see we have a Adlan and a Vederlicht. Welcome to you both. Hello. Hello, hello. So a little bit more Order of Ecclesia in a bit. Which will be, I think, the last part of Shanoa's game. Since I actually was able to get a silly Alexandrite earlier. But I'll tell more about that once we actually start the game again. Also, good evening, Kaori. Buenosera. Goedenavond as well to you, Kaori. Nicely done. You get an A for spelling. I hope you guys are all doing fine. I'm doing good. Nothing too special going on, nothing too crazy. Just another Saturday night, which I can thankfully fill with a stream and hopefully make you guys have a good time again. That's the main goal, that I just play a game, you guys watch, and hopefully feel entertained by my silly gaming. And you know, the more I look at the giant list of Bowsers on the right, the more I realize just how many games I've already covered over the years. There's so many of them. Either made by Vederlicht or Anthropophagus. They're all amazing. Well, it's about time I start this circus again, so let's get comfy and let's switch to Castlevania again. Hello guys, once again. Recent Order of Ecclesia. Okay. Okay. Let's see, I have this silly thing, I can prove it to you. See, there it is. The valuable jewel changes color in different lights. So, after the stream yesterday, I tried the cave twice, and I got Minerva Mail and the mask again. And then earlier today, I tried the cave 3 times, and I tried the training hall 2 times. And the second time on the training hall, I actually got the Alexandrite to drop from the chest. That took a while. But now, let's go see Jewel Lady and see what she has to say. The thing to the left reminds me of a little sticker sheet. That was the idea. I always do that for Castlevania games, Ardalan, where I like check off all the bosses that I killed. I will probably do that for basically any Castlevania game I play in the future. Just, you know, it's nice to have that. And otherwise it would be like a big black box of nothing, because I don't have anything to put there. Yep, more monster butts, but first... The setting is ready. It's studded with all the gems you brought me earlier. Now I just have to set the Alexandrite you brought me in the center. And... my masterpiece, the royal crown, is complete. Well, touching, right? I lost my emotions. An absent heart cannot stir. I see. Guess I couldn't do it. But I can do all this. You just took my work to a whole new level. And all this talk about your feelings made me think about my own. Would you take this royal crown? Called a memento. Trying so hard to touch your heart, it taught me a few things about mine. I ran away once. My master kept pointing out my faults, and I ran away from him. But my faults came with me. You helped me get rid of them. I know what good I can do now, though, for my work and for him. Okay, we got the royal crown as the final reward. And as you can see, this thing is quite good. Attack up, defense down a bit, but not much. Strength up, int up, mind up, luck up. Bam. That is a good piece of gear. I think this is about just the best sets of stuff you can have. The Minerva mail actually also gives you immunity to curse, which is better than the wedding dress. So this is most likely the best gear in the game. All I have to do now is adjust the glyphs for the boss rush coming up, which means do I need Magnus? I need Magnus if the crab shows up. I'm gonna switch this to the strength one, and Globus Phalaticus actually sounds okay. So yeah, that is, look, all the villagers complete. Every single quest is now done. Let's go save. And I guess it's time for boss rush mode then. I remember you always do it, but it reminds me of those little sheets you buy in the store. Well, I'm glad that I was able to convey that feeling, because that was my initial idea. I wanted to like make a little batch collection or a sticker set or something like that. Little pins that you just put on a wall, you know? That was the idea. Whoa, indeed, Cody. It's a good piece of gear. Hey, Antopophagus! Just in time for the boss rush. And after we do the boss rush, we're gonna start Albus mode. So that's not what I want to do. Go to boss rush with this data. Select a course. Okay, there's 2 courses. Let's go for the left one. Oh, wait, where do we go? Oh. That was quick. I mean, it's only the first boss. Ah, the crap. Okay. Well, Globus will help here. This thing is getting annihilated. Much easier than the first time, right? Too bad this crab is like time-based. You have to damage it enough and then it will just open up the next path, and it doesn't actually die until you drop down the elevator on him. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the same bosses again, Kaori. Hey, Corsair! Just doing the boss rush mode. This crab is getting destroyed this time. Going down? Bye-bye. Oh, you get an orb even. That's nice. Using this because both my other things are not working. I actually have the wrong glyphs. I just realized I need this one, hammer glyph. Hammer glyph, yes, that probably does more damage. Yep. Boom. 434, yeah, that worked. Give me that. Doesn't heal your hearts though. Hello. You can definitely tell we have leveled a little bit since the last time we fought these bosses, right? Okay, you. Ignore him when he does that. Oh. Okay. That actually still hurts a bit. Let's heal up ourselves. The fish. What is fish weak to? Okay. Yes. It's blunt. Yeah, blunt. Doesn't like blunt. Okay. Ah, got poisoned at the very end. And that's also bad. Ah! Go away, stupid fish. Let me heal. Albus. Look at that. Yeah, that's me. What about it? Alright, next. Oh, you. Bye-bye. Dracula will be difficult. Wait, no heal? Oh, that was the whole thing. Okay. Sword Helm. Now I wanna see what is a Sword Helm. Games. I went through it. Okay. Game start. Select data. What is a Sword Helm? Doubt it's better than the crown, though. An enchanted helm that enables the Glyph Union sword. Oh, no. That's a lot of stats going down. Don't think that's any good. But I should save, and now we try the other boss rush modes. Which I think will have Dracula. That's gotta be fun. At least I know how he works, but he's not gonna be fun. And if I have to fight him, I have to replace Globus with the beam. Okay, boss rush modes, this one, the second one. Oh yeah, great. You guys remember this guy? Did I really not? Oh, I changed it during. That's right. You guys remember this one, right? He's still tricky. Okay, I'm getting destroyed. This thing is still difficult. Oh, this thing. Good thing I bought all those healing potions. You guys doing okay in chat? see much activity there, but hey, I hope you guys are doing okay. It's kind of difficult to hit that. Okay. Let's just go over the top. We can. Nope, we can't. They thought about that. I want to go to the back. Still giving me trouble, this guy. Finally! That took nearly 4 minutes to kill this stupid thing. That's way too long. Alright, next. Oh, death. Great. Dracula now. Oh shit. Oh shit. This will be nasty. I don't have any heart refills, do I? Oh boy. Well, here we go. What's it called? Something. Nitesco. That's it. Hope you're ready for some crazy vampire laps again. The second phase will be annoying. With no hearts. We shouldn't have to use them all on Blackmore now. Okay. You can hear some wonderful Japanese on this guy, Alphagus. Vader already spotted it yesterday. Ooh, that was close. My god, that hurts. Ah. Power of Minestrone. Die, you monster! You don't belong in this world. Okay, that's the boss for a second one. And just a potion. That means I didn't do it fast enough, but at least I cleared the dang thing. That centaur boss took way too long. But okay. That's the boss rushes done. I guess it's time to start Albus mode then. Yeah, it is Noriyowakamoto. He has been doing the Japanese Dracula voice, I think, ever since one of the handheld games. I don't think it was Symphony of the Night yet? Could be wrong. I know that he did the voice in Dracula starting from Area of Sorrow. Like, it wasn't one of the handhelds that he started doing it, but it may have been Symphony of the Night as well. I never played the game in Japanese, so I don't know. I had the wonderful voice acting. Hey Sadar, good evening. Let's start Albus. Normal. Research introduction.
Returning to life time and again since the ancient Middle Ages, the evil Lord Dracula has driven people to terror. Each time Dracula returned from the dead, the Belmont clan fought him in the shadows, wielding the Holy Whip. Through their efforts, humanity avoided the darkness, securing prosperity. But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness, those in positions of power at the time began to search for new ways to counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures. Many organizations were established with the same goal, and day after day, they conducted their studies diligently. But each was dissolved when they failed to produce satisfactory results. But that was when Barlow, the leader of Ecclesia, finally made a surprising breakthrough that could stand up against Dracula.
Yeah, you start here. You don't even start at Ecclesia. Controlling Albus. Y, regular shot. X, optical shot. A, quadruple Ignis. Okay. Touchscreen warp. Cannot warp inside a wall. R, torpor crystal. Up Y, max shot. Up L, high jump. Okay, let's first save. Hey, you don't even have a menu, so let's get used to the controls.
Optical shot!
And I can't set it to Japanese because there's no menu. So we're gonna hear English Albus. Yuck. Oh well. Just holding, okay. Up is that.
Max shot!
Okay. That doesn't even use hearts, okay. That.
There!
Oh, the kick uses hearts, okay.
There!
I see. What else was there? Was that it?
Optical shot!
That's that one, okay. Light and dark, and fire, and curse are what we can use. Yeah, there's no menu, so there's nothing for me to change. So, okay. The goal for Albus is simply just to beat the game. So that means I have to actually reset the boss thing on the left. Because he has not killed a single boss yet. Let alone himself. So let's see. Yeah, the boss rush time limits usually are pretty crazy, Sadar. I will go to the Monastery first. Yeah, we skipped the Ecclesia bit. Like, entirely. Well, we played the whole Shinoa game in Japanese, so now you get to hear all the enemies in English. Enjoy, I guess. I wish I could change it, but if I hit start to go to settings, I can't even get the settings up because there is no menu. I can't even change the language for this mode. So we don't have to worry about glyphs at all. We can't even absorb them. How do we use magnes though? We can't, right? Oh, that's a torpor crystal. Okay. He has a way bigger dash than Shinoa does. Hey, you can't actually use magnes. I wonder how that goes for certain areas in the game. Like, there's a certain part in the Dracula castle that you need magnes for. Wait. Oh no, wait, we have the high jump. That's how they got around that. I was like, how do you get past that? You can have high jump, so never mind. I can't absorb the glyph! I don't have glyph absorb. I'm not Shinoa. I'm not a glyph bearer. I wonder if like upgrade chests exist in this version. So far none. Yeah, that's true, Corsair, that is true. I hope you guys don't mind hearing this mode in English. If I could change it, I would. Well, there are upgrade chests. Okay, those do exist. That's nice. Seeing those backdashes also reminds me of Symphony of the Night. And damage boosting backdashes through the room. And that's like, yeah, I've seen the speedruns. They're kind of crazy. There's no use for gold, Kaori. You can pick it up, but you can't spend it. There are no shops. There's not even a menu to see how much gold you have. Get some coffee, Sidar. I'm going to fight the first boss. There we go. Whee! And that's all. That was the first boss already. That was... what was it called? Atro, this one. Okay. I'm just gonna go back down, because I want to see if I missed an upgrade chest somewhere. Guys, how am I supposed to kill the crab with no move that goes down? You may have to start thinking about that and help me with a strategy, because all I have is a straightforward gunshot. You saw the crab in Shinoa's boss rush just now. How do I damage that thing? I can only shoot straight. I can't shoot down. I can only kick up. I don't know how to damage that thing. Must be possible. Or maybe the boss has changed for Albus. Level up, good. And there was something here, so it was worth getting here. HP, good. This also means that I cannot use any magical tickets, so if I go into a level, the only way out is with a teleporter. There's no way for me to actually exit right away. In that sense, it's a lot more restricted. But since he has a ranged weapon, he has a lot of an easier time with some of the enemies and bosses in the game. Plus, he has a lot more attacks than Shinoa. He has a lot more MP than Shinoa does. And his backdashes are longer. And he has access to light and dark curse magic, which Shinoa also had, but way late in the game. So he starts out with more elements than Shinoa did. He also has fire. He has fire, light, dark, and curse elements. So he doesn't have ice or lightning, which might be an issue for some enemies later. He also, I just realized, he doesn't have slashing or bashing. Like, he has no maces or swords. So he has less damage types to work with. How is he going to kill Dracula? With this tiny ass gun? Like, that's gonna suck. Well, technically he shouldn't be able to kill Dracula, because by the time that the castle arises, he is dead, right? Albus doesn't even survive by the time you get Dracula's castle up. I'm not sure how it will go, but we have to keep going.
Next shot!
I'm gonna look up something if it's possible to start this in Japanese, just because I'm curious. Albus mode Japanese. Is it possible? Is there a way to say Albus mode Japanese? It's not possible to change. Oh, that sucks. Someone commented in the forum, just play the Japanese version, lol. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do the whole game again in Japanese just to have Albus talk in Japanese, thank you. But no, it's not possible to change his voice, sadly. It's kind of cool though that we're actually like playing as a boss character, right? I love it when you get to play the same game again as a different character though. Especially if it has a completely different moveset, which he does. He has a completely different moveset than Shinoa. Although he's lacking a lot of things like equipment, skills, and glyphs. You know, it feels nice to just do the whole thing in a different way. The whole game in a different way again, if that makes any sense. These unes are annoying. This also means that we are unable to use any healing items, making certain levels and bosses quite insane. I'm already not looking forward to doing the whole what's it called? Blackthorn? No. Blackmore. The whole shadow puppet boss without healing. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. That will be quite a challenge. Or the big centaur fights without healing. Because he can't heal. There's no way for him to get health back. Oh, he can't kick either. Like, you know how Shinobi can do a little mid-air dive kick? He can't. He can double jump, but he can't kick. So, okay. Can he go down? He can go down in the water, though. So I'm just gonna go... I'm gonna follow Shinoa's path, pretty much. A ticket I can't even use. Let's get the Twin Bee. Oh, Twin Bee is over here. I think it was at least. Yeah. Give me the Twin Bee. Yay. Level up. Oh, nice. HP up. I will explore the rest later. We are already getting very close to the crab boss. I have no idea how am I supposed... Or maybe...
Optical shot!
I guess that like spirals down. That might be my only way to hit him. Oh, this boss is gonna suck. But first we have the giant skeleton boss, which should not be that difficult, I think. Alright, let's go.
Optical shot! Optical shot!
That wasn't too bad. That was the skeleton. Boop! Also, I keep forgetting I can actually warp.
You can't hit me.
Oh yeah, that's the touch screen.
You can't hit me.
I guess they added that to make sure you can actually pass through walls, because you can't get glyphs and you need that to advance through the castle. I guess that's what it's for. Would the crystal work on the crab? Maybe. It's meant to encase enemies though and not do much damage, but I can give it a try. Like, it does very little damage, but it might actually work. Worth a shot. Oh, the jump actually takes some mana away. Good to know. Yeah, that's very true, Sadar. The boss, when you fight him, is super hard, but when you actually unlock him as a playable character, he's super weak. Oh, nice. Whee! MP up. Cool. Oh god, just imagine I can do the large cavern, the young she cave with this thing, with this guy. How am I gonna do it without healing? It's not required, it's completely optional, but just imagine I could actually get in there. Yikes. I have no idea how you're supposed to do it without healing. Those enemies are really strong. And you have no flight rune or flight glyph, so yeah, I mean you have the jump, but there's a very tight space, so that's gonna suck once I get there. Actually, I'm not too worried about the training hall, and you wanna know why? As Shinoa, I could not fly, but we have this jump. This will make the training hall a lot easier. There's no... okay. Stat up. Nice, more HP. You have to get all of those chests, because there's no other way to increase your stats. Like I said, there's no equipment, there are no glyphs. All you get is levels and those chests. That's it. Hope you guys are still having fun watching this, even though it is, well, relatively watered down of the Shinoa version, but it's just, you know, the same game again with a different character, and some of the challenges will be very different. We have to basically kill most of the late game bosses in a very different way, because of the limitations we have. Like, we can't just heal our way through, and we can't just use different attacks. This is all we have. There's no point going in there because I can't get the glyph at the end anyway. Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! I don't trust that guy. Okay. Gotta go back there because I missed one hall, but I just wanted to save my progress. Yeah, there's like one little thing that might have an upgrade chest, so... Shot! I wonder what happens once we get to the mansion where we, well, usually fight Elvis. We can't fight ourselves, right? Okay, there's nothing here. Well, I just checked to be safe. Okay, now we can leave.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot!
That was a bit foolish to fight. But at least I was able to kill it. I could not kill it as Shinoa back then. Well, it's time for the crab soon. Which is going to suck. Oh boy. Giant crab boss again. Let's see. I'll try the little crystal and I'll try the max shot. This is going to be bad. It works a little bit, but optical shot does more damage, so I can combine them.
Optical shot! 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 Optical shot!
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can even win. I have to get basically not hit much, but...
Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical
damage-wise I'm doing fine, but I can't get hit much.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical
Oh man. I nearly had him! That was the final break. I was about to win. It's doable. It's just, well, tricky. And it wouldn't be an Order of Ecclesia playthrough without me getting killed on the crab. The crab has claimed another victim. Are there any, like, Twitch-only crab emotes? I'm curious. You guys can post them if you have them. Or crustaceans in general.
Optical shot! 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 Optical shot!
That went a lot better.
Ha! 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 Optical shot! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! 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 Optical hit! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Optical shot! Ha!
Okay, I'm here with more health than last time. So let's see.
Ha! 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 Optical shot! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Ha! Optical shot! Ha! Ha! Optical ha! Ha!
Showtime.
Showtime. Die! You bloody thing. Okay. Jeez. That was tricky and annoying, but okay, let's go save. And we killed Crab. Where's Crab? Crab is here.
You can't hit me.
Whoops, I hit something. You have to agree with me though that we are going way quicker through the game than the Shinoa version, right? But it makes sense. Like no cutscenes, no town, no quests, nothing. Ha! That's not a crab, that's a scissor. Corsair, I see what you did there. Kapow at the crab, and the squid, and the yay, the more kapow. Thanks, guys. Yeah, well, I'm going here because I'm going to collect everything.
Optical shot!
Like, optical shot is one of the best moves he has. I haven't used the kick much, but I need an enemy that's actually above me for that. Oh, that's my MP, that's nice. Yeah, no need to explore. Well, technically you do have to get 100% map. Because you need those upgrade chests. Otherwise your stats won't really increase much. But you don't have to like get any items from enemies. You don't have to get any like hidden areas. Basically just clear the map, move on. Okay, never mind. Hearts up, good. I would have liked it if there was a menu, even if it's only a simplistic one, to see my actual stats, because I have no idea how much strength or con or whatever I have. But, yeah. Now we can go down here. Yes, Sadar, that is true, but Albus is a bit overpowered in terms of offense. He's lacking in defensive, quite bad, but he has a lot more power and a lot more range compared to Shinoa. So I guess the good balances out the bad. Nice, level up. Like, what are you guys thinking of Albus mode so far? Just curious.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot!
Wait, did I see that? Is it actually electric? Is it actually electric damage? Oh, I thought it was curse damage. Wait, because it doesn't do that in Shinoa's version. It's called Power of Spite. It's curse damage, but seems like it's electric damage in this version. Well, that's nice. Gives him another element to work with. Because you see like little lightning bolts coming out of it. Way better than Julius mode. I mean, that's not hard. Julius mode was kind of meh. Dumbledore is packing some heat in this game. Oh my gosh. Should go back to something I missed. I wonder if item drops even exist in this mode, from enemies that is. Like, you can pick items up, but you can't use them. So it will be kind of pointless. HP up, good. I also just realized, how are we going to kill Wallman? Normally you kill him by absorbing the glyph while he's in the wall. We can't do that. Yeah, Gelzo is a pain still. Well, Julius mode actually was different in that sense. You didn't fight Dracula at the end, you fought Soma, remember? So they do have a final boss, at least usually they do. But it's been too long since I actually played Albus mode to remember what happens at the end. Level up. It goes to the exit, right? Yeah, we don't want to go there yet. We have a ship to explore.
Next shot!
I wonder if the secret chests are still here, even though we can't even use the items inside. I noticed that like normal chests and green chests are already like disabled, which is good because you can't use the items inside. You can't use the potions or whatever you get in there. Oh, the mouse is there still. Can I catch it? No, I can't get it. More MP, that's good. Like, can I get this one ring that's normally here? No, they took those out too. The blue ones that pop up when you sit somewhere. Okay. Good thing we're at the end, because my life is almost gone. Low HP. Not good.
Optical's max shot!
Optical max shots!
Optical's max shot!
We're gonna combine them now. Ah. And save. You may also notice that our level is way lower than Shinoa at this point. But that's because we don't go back to older stages to grind items or do quests. We only keep going forward, so it makes sense that your level is much lower. You usually only go through the area once. Trying to hit a crow with a gun. That's annoying. And now I'm poisoned, which I cannot heal.
Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Poison is his number one problem. Oh! They added a little platform. Oh, I was wondering how you would even do these type of sections, but okay. They did think about that. Good. Makes me wonder if the training ground looks any different.
Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Optical next shot!
Actually, I can't look back. I would love to heal, but I'm not allowed yet. I can take the exit over here, actually.
Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Can I just warp here?
You can't hit me.
Oh, you can. That's cool. I need to exit and heal pronto.
Next shot!
If I remember right, there should be save here.
Next optical shot!
Don't want to invoke the wrath of that thing.
Optical next shot! Optical shot! Ha!
Can I heal now? Oh, okay. I have to come back here, but I just wanted to exit because I have to heal and save badly. Yeah, that is nice of them, Cody. True. Okay, let's go explore some more. Yeah, that would be nice, Ardalan. Can you imagine if I was able to play a Castlevania game with Twitch inputs or Twitch, like, events happening? If you guys voted on stuff or were able to control bosses or something? That'd be amazing. Yeah, basically Twitch's Dracula. Twitchula!
Next optical shot! Next shot! Next optical shot! Optical shot!
Yeah, I can't get that glyph. No point. Since we cannot absorb any glyphs.
Optical shot!
Level up is good though. Teleport.
Optical shot! Next optical shot!
Haven't really used the kick much.
Next shot!
So I need to find enemies that, well, like, I need to find an enemy that basically makes me want to use that thing accurately and not without risk.
Next shot!
Because it is a really finicky move and you are pretty much vulnerable the whole time.
Next shot!
Has a bit of an end lag too.
Next shot!
I'm just saying it's not safe to use, so I have to find an enemy that stays still for long enough for me to use the kick effectively.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
More MP. I mean, more parts. Good.
Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
There's nothing here.
You can't hit me.
I can go out and heal again. I know I could go to the next area, but I want to get all the stat upgrade chests. Yeah, it would be neat at this and wild at the same time. Like, I know that like a lot of these old games, they can't have Twitch integration, or it's like very hard to make it. I know that for certain NES games and like other like popular games, they actually made a Twitch integration version. Like, I know that A Link to the Past has a Twitch integrated version, from what I heard a while back. And there's a couple of other games that they actually made work with Twitch integration, but like a ton of games are either just not worth it or don't really have much like use out of Twitch integration. But I'm always hoping that like one of the games I really like will actually get Twitch integration, and I would play the heck out of it because I like Twitch integration games
Optical shot!
now and then. And you guys do too. You like seeing me pogo the entire time. Yep.
Optical shot!
Or getting killed in Stream Animals, you know, those kinds of games. But imagine like playing like a classic game or something like this with Twitch integration. That would be so much cooler. I mean, obviously I would love just playing it like this, but it would add a certain extra layer if you were able to play it with Twitch alongside. Pros are after me tonight.
Optical shot!
I can't get to that area, by the way, if you're wondering, because I can't go through walls.
Optical shot!
I can warp, but if I can't see the end, like where to warp to, I still can't use it. Because I have to see where to go. So there are some areas I can't even can't even enter as Albus.
Next! Optical shot!
This is all I can do for now. But that was pretty nice. Save again. Misty Road, which is a rather short level. I love Link to the Past. It's my favorite Zelda game. Wasn't even aware they added that though. That's awesome. Yeah, they did it along, like, I think a year or so? Maybe like 10 months or so? I saw it like flash by. But I never opted to go for it because Link to the Past is a very popular game. And it's speedrun even till this day. If I go stream that version, how much you want to bet that like a lot of random guys and girls will come in and basically mess everything up and just go haha and troll me like worse than you guys typically do, or just like make everything very crowded and very chaotic. Maybe at some point, if I have like the time to do it, I could like stream it privately in the Discord server or something. Oh no, wait, that doesn't work because I have to have Twitch open. I don't know.
Next shot! Up they go shot! Next shot! Up the next shot!
Yeah, I can't stream it on the Discord version though, Ardelon, because that Twitch integration one only works if you stream it over Twitch with Twitch chat, you know, connected and stuff. If I stream it on Discord, there's no Twitch chat, so nothing happens then. It will just be Link to the Past then. Yeah, backseat gaming too. Because I'm not good at older Zelda games. Like, I know my way around, and I'm not terrible at them, but there will be mistakes I'll make, for sure. Ah, nice.
Let's play, cute little kitty.
Well, there's the first spoken line of an enemy.
Next shot! Next shot!
I could actually go in here.
You can't hit me. Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Single shot! Next shot! Single shot! Next shot! Single shot!
I'm not going in here yet. I'm not strong enough.
You can't hit me.
Ow.
Next shot! Single shot! Next shot!
Let's play, cute little
Next
kitty.
shot! Single shot!
Phew. There's one upgrade in there, but I basically need to get a lot stronger to deal with those lizards effectively. And I don't have the power yet, so we'll just come back later. You know, you can fix it to where only followers and such can chat, or people who do have to watch the following too long even chat. You can set it to female something months, it might be a bit mean, but it's the only option you know that will keep the trolls away. I know someone had to do it because I was being so mean. Oh. That's an option, but I have seen plenty of bigger streamers and trolls generally aren't that bad as long as it's well moderated. I see. Well, maybe at some point when I feel like it, I can look into it. But no matter what I do, there will always be, for a Zelda game and basically any super popular game, there will be random people coming in just to troll me. Like, that's a given. It's the internet. There's nothing you can do about that.
Next shot! Single shot! Next shot!
And it's generally why I stay away from the like extremely popular games. I don't play Mega Man games. I don't play Mario. I don't play Zelda. I don't play Call of Duty. I don't play like what's popular, Fall Guys or Minecraft or Fortnite. You know, the really popular stuff nowadays. I don't do it on purpose because I want to focus on stuff that is less known. Plus, I'd rather just play games that, you know, are a little bit lesser known and just more fun to share with people and to have a bit of an easy time and not have random people constantly come in and tell me what to do and how to play. Like, I can already see it. Imagine if I go stream, I don't know, Mario 3. People will come into my chat and be like, oh, you missed a jump, or oh, you could do this better, or hey, if you do this and this and this, you actually do the level quicker. You know, stuff like that. It will happen.
Next! Single shot!
up. Good.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
What the? Hey. I had someone trolling me in my first stream, which was only a test stream ever said when the title Tom told him to chill out, so he got salty and left. Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah. Wasn't it during Rocket League? Artlon, I think. Trolls are poor little creatures with no lives. We kicked them out. Yeah, I mean, true. But the fact remains that there always will be backseat gamers and trolls to basically any major game. Or actually, if you are in the community, there's something for every game. But less if you focus on the, like, less popular stuff. I mean, Castlevania is pretty popular, sure. But at least this particular game is not that super popular. I want to bet that when I ever get to Symphony of the Night, which is a very popular speedrun game, I will get people in chat who will pester me or annoy me or tell me I'm doing things wrong or not fast enough or I should use a certain exploit or glitch or whatever. You know, that's one of the reasons why I have not done the game yet, because I dread the day when I actually have to deal with those people. Sounds a bit childish maybe, but yeah, it does prevent me from picking up the game as early as I could have. Hey Demonic, good evening, or good afternoon in your case. Even then, there are plenty of streams with bigger popular games with only 1 or 2 viewers. 100 plus viewers are most of those who really attract a billion to an audience. And that is also true. Now it's time for the man-eater one. That works. Woo! That was the man-eater boss. I didn't even get hit. That was very fast. Okay, that was another boss. Man-eater. Bing! Besides, it ends up to them. If they want to be remembered as the pros who can trigger the first stream, it's their fault. Yeah, true. Killing all of these just to get more XP. I can use my kick a bit more because it doesn't cost much hearts. It was Rocket League and you told me the stream sucked and it was bad quality. I wasn't even streaming. Yeah, you were just testing. It's another cave done. I'm cruising through this game so far. But, yeah, I already said that earlier. This is pretty short compared to the Shinoa game. But, you know, it's still different and fun to play. Still worried about some of the bosses later on. Don't you have immortality frames during the kick? Didn't think so. I could test that if I find an enemy that actually would hurt me if I kick into it. Maybe I do, but only on the way up, I think. I'll have to test that. Didn't even notice that, Sadar. During the boss, you mean, the man-eater. I didn't even notice that I got immortality frames. Yeah, you do have immortality frames, I think. Yep, you do. That makes it more useful.
Next shot! Optical shot!
2,000 gold we can't sadly use. Speaking of streamers, there was one who used to follow that forgot to mute their mic and they talked to someone in the household and they said something along the lines of, yeah, I only care about my viewers' money, not really them. I immediately unfollowed and that's kinda bad, Arlon. I think he may have lost a lot of followers saying that though. I don't think you were the only one who actually heard him saying that. Wait for the poison to go.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Yep, good.
There! There! Next shot!
I can actually go out and heal. That's not a bad idea.
Optical shot!
That's why I'm picky on who I follow. Yeah, I get that, Demonic. I don't really follow that many people on Twitch. Only like a handful. And I don't really watch many streams on Twitch. Just once in a while. Like with my friends group, there's like 5 or 6 people that stream. And I watch all of them if they ever stream, sure. And aside from that, there's like 1 or 2 like popular streamers that I watch. That's about it. I think I have less than 10 people that I actually follow on Twitch.
Next shot. There. There. Cha. There. 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 Cha. There. Next shot. Optical shot.
I blocked him and noticed and changed it to every 90, so it's definitely a Twitch troll. I see. Yeah, I guess that's true, Sada. I just didn't notice it the first time. But it's a pretty good move. The kick is pretty useful. Now that I have actually enough hearts to use it a lot. It wasn't that great early, but now I have 120 hearts, which divided by 3 is like 6. Hang on. 40 times? 40 kicks, I think. That's not bad. Albus Albus has an amazing Tatsu. What do you mean, demonic? Alright, Rusalka time. Normally he doesn't like electric, so...
Next shot. Next shot. Next shot. Optical shot. Next shot. Next. Optical shot.
Why?
Next. Optical shot. Next. Optical shot.
Maelstrom!
Next. Optical shot.
Ah, she's actually a bit tricky. Once you land, it's over though, but it's kind of annoying because you probably can't backdash out of a slight delay. No, you can't. I can kick out of a backdash though, I think. Yeah, I can. Oops.
Rage be wild!
That was my own fault.
Come forth,
That's my own fault. I should have stayed on the right side. This boss is giving me more trouble than Shinoa did. Got it that time. Okay, that was Rusalka. Boom. produce of him, but yeah, true, Corey, true. I'm pretty picky on who I follow. Too. There's one person out of this group I chat where I follow on Twitch, and I follow Hungry, which is cooking channel. Oh yeah, you told me about that. If you're ever hungry, or if you ever want inspiration for cooking, there's a channel on Twitch called Hungry, which is literally a cooking channel on Twitch. In case you want some more ideas, you can follow them and give it a watch. What was that noise? Hey, we have 404 HP not found. Only a few of you might get the joke. Okay, I made it through. Giant's dwelling. Oh, that's the Goliath boss. Yeah. That's tricky. That kick uses 3 hearts. Imagine doing death and just kicking the crap out of him. Not sure if you get that far. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You only follow 8 people, 6 are associated here from Tom's channel. Wow. Small world, I guess. Albus for Street Fighter 6, make it happen. That would have been funny. Alright, Giant's Dwelling. We have the Goliath boss at the end. That one usually hurts like a truck.
Shot!
And we get to hear some English voice acting here. Temperance Ring? I don't have that one as Shinoa. Should I go to this stage in Shinoa's file and see what it is after I'm done? Giant's Dwelling, huh? She says drop Moai? Really? Did the Rusalka really say that? That's funny.
Where are you, my beloved? Where are you, my beloved?
Next shot!
She says, drop Moai, come forth Moai, drown in me. Yeah, the English is not the greatest sometimes in these Castlevania games. Oh, it's time for the boss again. That was quick. Tatsumaki, or Tatsu for short, is the hurricane kick in the fighting games. Oh, Tatsumaki's in Pyokyaku. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, time for Goliath. Not even sure what its weakness is. I have lightning, light dark, and fire. It might be lightning. Well, I'll just kick my way through him too. That works. Not getting close, dude. I have a gun and you don't. Dude, I'm wrecking him. I didn't get hit! This boss was so much easier in Alba's mode than in Chernoa. Get wrecked, son. Get wrecked. Damn. Okay, Trista's Pass. That was the Goliath boss. Bing! Okay, level 19. I'm way under leveled, it feels like. Trista's Pass. This is the... Oh, this is the owl level with the trees and such. And the spiders. Well, they say I'm delicious, but I think people in chat already said last time when I played these guys, when I fought these guys in Japanese, that she already says that. So it's pretty much a direct translation. This was a mimic, wasn't it? Yes. So much easier to deal with. I mean, you have a... Albus is quite the powerhouse, but he can't heal. That's like his only drawback. He cannot heal. And I can't get the chest because I can't absorb the glyph that gets rid of the ice. Oh, this is like the one chest you can't get. I also cannot get past the waterfall. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting I can actually warp.
You can't hit me.
That's true. I forgot about that. Wait, there was something up here. Who knew Albus was a Shoto character? There are some posts where people write down as articles to call back to how mine was Attackerkonsprungen. Doesn't that just basically mean attack jump?
Next! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot!
Point again. I have to come back for a second time because I have to
Optical shot!
get all the upgrade chests.
Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot!
Because the voiceover on the SNES wasn't that good, mixed with the fighting notes and all. I see. It helps, at least I know Julius having one move with an immortality frame like Albus. Yeah, didn't he have like a dash?
Optical shot!
Like where he like jumps a bit in the air and then literally like dashes to the left or right? Like zoom zoom. I think that was it.
Next! Optical shot! Shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot!
I think I already know the answer, but do you guys prefer the Japanese or the English voices and why?
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next! 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 Optical Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
There's a little bit I still have to explore. We're actually getting really close to the point where we fought Albus in the story mode, so I'm not sure how that goes. Heh, you look delicious. Yeah. I'm going here.
Next shot! Optical shot!
I can go there and see the rest of the level.
Next! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next! Optical shot!
Also, I think that item drops from enemies are literally gone. I haven't gotten anything yet, so like I haven't gotten anything since I started Elvis mode. So I want to say there are no item drops, which makes sense.
Next shot!
But I just wanted to point that out. Okay, we're done here. Let's go back up.
Next shot! Next shot!
I think the cross was the mortality font. Oh yeah, the Grand Cross, where like the cross goes around him. That was the one. Yeah. Japanese, no Italian, Japanese, English. Okay. To me, I like the English voice acting if it's done right, but in the case of Castlevania, most Castlevania games, the feeling I get for the English voice acting is they put too much emphasis on it. Like, I know you have to be full of emotion and like say the lines with gusto, but in the case of some English franchises, I feel like they try too hard, if that makes any sense, while the Japanese version just feels more subtle, more like, yes, you can be forceful, but you can do it in a more subtle way, and not like come across as someone who really wants to sound angry and mean it. You can like you can sound angry and still be like not that obvious, you know what I mean? I think conniving is a good word to describe it. You can be evil, but not like be completely obvious. You can still have a little bit of mystery to your voice, or a little bit of like cynicism, you know? Or in the case of a hero, you can sound heroic, but not be like super obviously heroic. You can have a little bit of like character, I guess. Some of the English voices just sound too forced and too much over the top, and too cliche. That's at least my opinion. Like, some English voice acting is good. There's plenty out there that's really good. But a lot of the times when there is an option to turn it on Japanese, I usually, if the English is not that good, I'll usually go for Japanese, which is more often than not a little bit better. But if I play it with someone else, I usually keep it English just because it's easier to understand. So it's like a 50-50 for me. I like the English voice acting. If it's good, okay. If it's not that great and there's an option, I usually switch it for a different language. But I'll always go for English first, because that's just a language I easily understand. I think it's time for Fish Boss soon, right? Isn't he here? Oh yeah, it is Fish Boss. Okay. Post your fish emotes. Legend of Dracula and Spyro became a meme. That bad, huh? I get destroyed by this thing.
Here goes shot!
Poison doesn't help. That didn't go so well. Okay, we have to try again. It's kind of funny how some bosses are so much harder on Albus mode and others are really easy. Like the Goliath one, the last boss, I destroyed, and this one destroyed me.
Here goes shot! Next! Here goes shot! Next shot! There! There! Next! Here goes shot! Next! There! 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 Next! There! There! Next! Here goes shot! Next! Here goes shot! Next! Here goes shot! There! Next! Here goes shot! Next shot! There! Next! Here goes shot! Next shot!
Oh my gosh. Dude! I had 7 HP left. Eek! Tricky one. Okay, that was the fish. Bing! Let's rechat a bit. Japanese sounds like how someone would actually talk, and English sounds like they're stuck in a fighting game. Yeah, that is true. Italian voice acting be like, if it's a movie or a show you do best, it's a game, man, just talk and take one take and we're done. To be fair, original English voice acting is good, it's mostly when it's a dub. That is true. Yes, there are some very good English shows that are just great, but when they try to dub stuff, it tends to be less good. Not saying dubs can be... Like, dubs can be good. There are some good English dubs. I liked the English Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't bad. That was a decent dub. I didn't mind that. I didn't know there was I didn't even see the Japanese one until much later, but I thought the Dragon Ball Z dub wasn't that bad. You can have decent dubs, sure. It's just that a lot of the times it feels meh. I like the shark emote, Corsair. Is it a new one? And now we basically go back. Normally you have a cutscene here, but we don't have that. Very flat voice acting, no emotion, didn't bother to try. Things started to improve with Medieval and Metal Gear Solid, but even then it took us a while before we grasped that yes, you could do a proper job in a video game. Yeah, true. We had some horrible, horrible Dutch voice acting in certain games. There are two that I remember, and I'm curious if you guys even heard of these. One is Rising Lands, which was a strategic built city like Command and Conquer like game. It had horrible Dutch voice acting. And then there was Lost Atlantis or Lost Atlantis. It was a point and click adventure like game with terrible early 3D graphics and horrible Dutch voice acting. I actually have that second game, although I don't have it in Dutch, I have it in English. I haven't played it in English yet. I have it on my list. I may want to stream that train wreck someday. It is bad, but it's like laughably bad.
Next, single shot. Next, single shot. Next, single shot. Single shot.
You know what also got a horrible Dutch translation? The Zelda CDI games. Yes, there is a Dutch version. Not that they really needed it. The Zelda CDI games were horrible as they were. In a funny way, yes. But they were not, like, good. The voice acting was horrible, probably on purpose. Or they just didn't have the budget for it. Someone gives me a sub? Cool. The emotes are cute, yes. Tekken and Blade wasn't that bad in English, yet I watched in Japanese later was like English is better? Really? I feel the same with Mobile Fighter Gundam G. The English version is better than the Japanese? Really? I've only seen the English version a lot. Like back in high school. I watched a little bit of Gundam. It was fun. The opening theme song... What was it called again? Wild Beat Communications? Something Communications. It was catchy. It was really good. Something, I don't know. It was really catchy. I loved it.
Next shot, single shot. Next shot, single shot. Next shot. Next shot. Next shot, single.
Okay. I feel like the combination of mag shots and optical shot wrecks most enemies, like normal ones. But it doesn't cost me any hearts either. Well, there it is, the Mystery Manor. At the end of the manor in the Shinoa game, you fight Albus. How will it go now? Will the game end there, or will there be something different? Or maybe you fight Shinoa instead. Imagine that. What happens if you win then? Well, I can definitely see what happens there. Not just games, the voice acting for some anime, read Tokyo Mew Mew, it was gruesome. I never saw that. Tokyo Mew Mew. Or read the manga either. Zoek in het bos en geef mij wat van mij is. Yeah, that was horrible. I will play the English version at some point, unless there is a language setting I have to check that. If there is actually a Dutch setting, I may play it for April Fools or something. It's horrible. What did you see, Kaori? I missed that. Just Wild Bit Communication. Okay, that's the song name. Cool. It was a catchy song. If you haven't heard it before, go look up on YouTube. It's a pretty catchy theme song. You like the English dub of Gundam better as well, I see.
Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Next! Optical shot!
Like the only chest we can pick up is a mimic in this mode.
Next! Optical shot!
There's no actual treasure to get. And money we can't use. Ironically, Gundam Wing came out a year after G Gundam. However, the Wing dub came out in 1998 with a Gundam Edenhard 2002. Wait, what? Gundam Wing came out a year after G. The Wing dub came out while G came out. That's confusing, Demonic. So you're telling me they like swapped them around for some reason? That's strange. Oh, the Dutch Zelda CDI. Oh god, it's so bad. Like, the English version, sure, it's terrible, but it's like funny terrible. The Dutch one is just cringe. It's absolute cringe. Well, I guess we get to see what happens now. I meant the Dutch CDI, okay, yeah. Ah, thanks for the links, Vader. Rhythm Emotion I remember as well. Also a good song. Okay, let's see what's behind the door now. We fight ourselves! What?
Next! Optical shot! Vertical shot! Optical shot! Next! Optical... Next shot! Vertical shot! There! Next! Optical shot! There! Next! Optical... There! You can dodge this! Take this! Next! Optical shot! Vertical shot! Take this!
Back. I'm not Shinoa, you weirdo. I'm me. He like kneeled down and said Shinoa. I'm not Shinoa. Do I look like Shinoa? No.
Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Vertical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot! And bullet! There! Our shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot! There! Shinoa!
I'm Albus, you goofball, you fruitcake. That is weird. So I guess we fought ourselves. Okay, I was expecting a different ending. They didn't bother with that. So are we still going then? Are we actually going to go into Dracula's castle? I guess we are.
Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot!
Alright, I killed myself. Let's actually Elb. Where are you? Albus. There. Boom. So if we actually have the same bosses, that means we get Barlow next, right?
Next shot! Here goes shot! Next shot!
Unless the game ends here, I don't know.
Next shot! Here goes shot!
Guess we'll have to find out. Yeah, now we actually go to Ecclesia. Okay, we get to fight Barlow soon. Cool. So we get to hear him in English soon. You effing idiot! You are meant to save shit and not reduce it to a golem. Very true. Sane Albus versus insane Albus. Yeah, pretty much. All right, time for old guy. This will be fun. Let's check everywhere for potential, like, boost items. Boost chests, I should say. Just a heart station, nothing else. Are you eating popcorn, Adelon? To me, it looks like an emote of a guy eating a cookie, but I could be wrong. Alright.
Next shot! Here goes shot! Next shot! There! Boost you! There! 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 Next! Here goes shot! There! There! Next shot! Here goes shot! Even forgetting who raised you, you stupid disciple! Next shot! Here goes shot! There! How dare you! Even forgetting who raised you, you stupid disciple! Next shot! Here goes there! Boost you! There! Why you?
Phew. Okay, we defeated I keep saying Albus. We defeated Barlow. Where is Bar here? Boom. Yeah, we actually go to Dracula's castle. How do we defeat Warman? Does anyone have a good idea how to defeat Warman, who you can only really defeat by absorbing the glyph when he goes through the wall? Which we can't on Albus mode. That's the one boss I don't know how to deal with. The rest I can sort of figure out how to deal with, but that one I don't know. And it's the first boss we're gonna face in there. So I guess we actually do go in the castle. I thought the game would end before we got here, because normally Albus is dead at this point. Where is Shinoa in his story? I don't get it. Oh well. I doubt I can do the whole castle in an hour, so we'll see. Oh, popcorn puffs. I see. Yeah, there were some funny English lines. True.
Next!
I mean, I can do this
You can't hit me.
to get the item, but I don't know how you're supposed to kill the boss. I can warp behind the wall, yes, but I can't do damage to him. Like, I can get past the areas where you need his glyph. Maybe he's unkillable on Albus mode. Like, you don't need his glyph, honestly, because I can just warp behind, sure, but... I mean, I'm almost there. I'm curious. I want to see how they handle that. Yup, nice.
Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Almost time for wall, man. His music is still really good. So let's see how they handled that. Oh, I got hit. Let's not do this. Oh! He just doesn't exist! Okay. This boss is missing in his version. Okay. That makes sense. Like, he cannot kill him. Like, he's impossible to get killed by Albus. So they just deleted him entirely. He's just gone. What's the next boss in here? Isn't it Blackmore? Oh, that shadow boss is going to be so annoying. I think it is, actually. And then we get the Centaur, and then Death, and then Dracula.
Optical shot! Time shot! Optical shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot!
I guess that also means we don't have to get the Cerberus runes. I say runes, glyphs. Because we can't get them. How do you open the door then? Maybe you just can already? I should stop asking questions and just go for it. These are kind of annoying to kill. The Tin Man.
Optical shot! Next! Optical shot!
Yeah, the Cerberus glyph is just not there. Okay. So he doesn't have to... Well, maybe he has to enter the room where it was to open up one of the heads? I don't know. Regardless, now I have to make my way back all the way to the beginning and then go where I would have used the Wallman glyph, Carius. Or I could just go here. Also works.
Optical shot! Next shot! Optical next shot!
Optical max shots!
Optical shot! Next shot!
Time to feed.
Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Phew! Could use a wonderful healing station. Or that also works. I can actually rest. So I guess this also means we do have access to the training hall and the large cavern. I mean, I can give them a shot once I get there. That'll be fun. Imagine Albus versus the young Shi. At least I can dodge those orbs pretty easily with the high jump. Yeah, he ran away and gave up, I guess. Yeah, a ton of bullets for sure. Warping is a bit difficult because I have to use the mouse and I'm already using two hands to hold the controller.
Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot!
Oh, the Cerberus door is actually closed. So I guess you do have to go to the three areas. One was in the kitchen where we were, one was guarded by Death, and one was guarded by the big centaur guy. So you actually do have to visit the three places, which makes sense. So, okay, you can't... Oh.
Next shot!
Can you sequence break?
Next shot!
Hang on.
You can't hit me.
You can sequence break. Interesting. We can do them in a different order. Because normally you can't get through there. Why not?
Next shot!
So I guess we can do Death now next instead of Blackmore and the Centaur. Yeah, we can. Not sure if that's a good idea, but what the heck? Let's give it a try. What does he say in English? Only the first time, I guess, he says something. Ah, Medusas, how I missed you. Not. Oh boy. Ooh, this is gonna be... Okay. Wasn't there a power-up here? I think so. No. Go away, Medusas. No one likes you. Yeah, this area I was like, how are you gonna do that? But well, you have a high jump, so... Woo! Oh wait, I'm there already? Damn. Well, I took the right path. Okay! Who's ready for a very under-level death fight? Like, I'm level 26! And I'm gonna try fight death. Wish me luck.
I shall cut you down. There. 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 Next shot. Here goes shot. There. There. Here goes shot. There. 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 There.
Axe. Bah. I'm not sure how close I was, but I feel like I can do it. But I am fighting this one way too early. Like, I was level 40 on Shinoa. Or, like, close to 40 or so. I got him. Ha! Da 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 da. Bye bye. Okay, that's the second trigger. Woo! I killed death. I killed the concept, I guess. Go me. Death. Here. Bing! Kinda cool though, you can do them in a different order compared to the original. So I have, Blackmore? No, wait. Not Blackmore. Was it Blackmore? The Shadow Guy. I have Shadow Guy left, the horse, giant horse, and Dracula. Oh, and Yangshi, I guess. Ow! That was not good. We just backtrack this way then. Hi Death, how's life? That joke is great. I love it. Grimmy's gotta learn to unwind or else he'll work himself to death. Hey, I see what you did there. You funny. Ah! How did I not get hit there? Holy crap. Ah! Wah! Not sure how I avoided all of that. That was a bit nuts. Okay, nothing here. Wait. What was I about to say? Oh, never mind.
shot! Max shot! Optical shot!
Phew. This is hard to do. Let's just heal. I can actually just warp out if I want to.
Max! Optical shot!
Now death can be told, tickets only. Next! Is that a Quest for Glory 5 reference? I think it is. No, wait! That is a Quest for Glory... King's Quest 6! It's not Quest for Glory, it's King's Quest 6. Yeah. That's true. The underworld part. I got confused. If you rush your decapitation, you'll get ahead of yourself. Hey, nice one. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky to get through there, but I have to... No, wait, I can just do... I'll just take this path.
Max shot! Max shot! Max shot!
Level up again. We're gonna need all the levels in the world for this silly Blackmore boss. I think he's called Blackmore.
Max shot! Max shot!
Ow, I got tongued.
Max! Max shot! Max shot! Max shot!
Doesn't he say anything in English?
Max shot!
Because in Japanese he says something like "Let's play," but don't hear anything in English.
Max! Max shot! Max shot! Optical shot!
That looks like a very weird petrified stance.
Optical shot! Max shot! Optical shot! Max shot!
This is kind of tricky to deal with.
Optical shot!
Ah, heal point, nice, good. King's Quest for Glory 8D. Ow! How did I get hit there? Come on. Cool.
Max shot!
They are saying something, I think. Sometimes. I can actually go back to the Misty Road and just see what... I think there was like one upgrade chest behind a bunch of lizards, but I can deal with them now. These guys are no longer an issue, really. I also noticed that most of the enemy glyphs are just disabled, which makes sense as well. Oh, here's the arms depot. Done. I have to remember where the entrance was to the other exit, which leads to the large cave and the training grounds. To heal soon. Okay, that also works. Oh jeez. I'm going through the castle in a way different way than in the first playthrough, which is, you know, kind of fun, but also really difficult. Like, I'm not making it easier for myself. But hopefully more enjoyable to watch for you guys. Okay, did that. Oh, there's the boss. It's time for the crazy horse. I have an idea how to deal with him. I have a good move for him. But, alright. Let's go! I can't actually reach. Maybe that's low effective as well. Ouch. Okay, this will be tricky. You guys got any good horse puns? Let me know. Really hard. I think he doesn't really have good moves to hit above him, and the kick is actually not very good. So I think I'm not actually going to go in there. Just attack from the side. Will take a bit longer, but it's safer. Not going in the middle. Now to get above him is gonna be annoying. Ah, how do you do that? I can't backdash in midair. I'm not sure how you reach the hind legs. Because you have to kill the front, then the hind legs, then get behind him, climb his back, and kill his head. Or maybe I can start... No. I don't know. I don't think I can get over his head already. I can try. can get over him. Okay, that's good.
Next shot! Optical shot!
But then you get immediately knocked down again.
Optical shot! Next! Optical shot!
You gotta be super quick. And now I'm stuck here, which is bad.
Next shot! Optical shot!
I can't hit those things. And even if I could, it does low damage.
Next shot!
Okay, this boss is really hard with Albus. I might have to come back later with a higher level, but I'll give it a few more attempts. This isn't how a good neighbor should act. No. Quit horsing around. Nice, nice.
Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next! Optical shot! Next shot!
Really hard to get over.
Next! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
It's virtually impossible, but getting in the middle is also not an option. I think I know what to do, but it's really tricky. I basically have to wait until he jumps, then I get to the back. So like, kill the front, get under him, don't attack and wait until actually you can leave, then go to the back. But it's, yeah, it's really tricky. There's something else I can also try, but I don't think it works. Simply because how the way he moves. I could try like, jump in front of him and fire and hit his head, but you still have to kill all the little red weakness orbs on his body. Like his two legs, the two things in the middle that shoot something, and then his head as well.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot!
Okay, I killed that.
Next shot! Next shot!
Oh, I can't actually hit the heads from this side. They thought about that. At least I don't think I can. And if I get hit by the sword, I instantly die. Oh, I'm stupid. I know exactly what to do. I can just warp. I have to warp correctly, but that's what I have to do. I keep forgetting I can warp. I can just warp behind his back. That's what you have to do. Jeez. And here I was just thinking of being patient and stuff, but you can just warp behind his back if you're fast enough and click correctly. So kill the front, go in the middle, warp behind him, then get the rest, then get the head.
Next optical shot! Next shot! Next! Optic next shot!
got hit.
Max! Optical shot!
Okay, this is the hardest boss of Albus so far. It was not the crab. It was not the fish. Oops, that's the wrong one. I accidentally... I accidentally entered the wrong file. I don't want to play a Shanoa anymore. Lol. Doesn't he just die if you kill his head? Well, you can only get to his head and damage his head if the other weakness things are gone. Can't really use the kick here. There we go. Okay, yeah, I have to get rid of the turrets, otherwise I get cooked up there. Man, this is tricky. I could probably try kick the eye when I get up there. But I have to get rid of both turrets before I can do anything up there. I'm gonna get rid of the front one first before I go back. Okay, I got it. I'll break him again and go under and warp.
Next shot! You can't hit me. Next shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Next optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot!
Oh crap.
Optical shot!
You can't even hit that one with a normal shot. That's annoying.
Next shot!
Does the max shot hit him?
Next shot!
It does.
Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Yeah, only the
Optical shot!
optical on the max shot actually hit him up there.
Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Okay, I destroyed it. Jeez.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Ah, damn it. Man. You can only get hit like 4 times and then you're dead. This is the hardest thing in the game so far. Was much harder than Shinoa's version. And this is where the limitations of Elvis don't help him.
Next optical shot! Next shot! Next shot!
Sadly got hit there.
Next shot!
Sadly got hit there.
Next shot! Optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Next shot!
Not good.
Next optical shot!
Okay, he's gone. Warping behind him is sometimes also really hard.
Optical shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next optical shot! shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Can't even hit that silly turret that well.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Scared of that tail.
Optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Okay, I broke that one too. I mean, I am getting better at the boss, but it's still really hard.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Ugh. You have to go so far to the left. In time. Man. I can do this, dang it. Hopefully before the stream has to end. And I guess next time we still have a bit of Albus mode left. Not much though. So the next stream will be the last one for this game.
Next shot! Optical shot! Next optical shot!
You guys doing okay? Not falling asleep, I hope.
Next shot! Optical shot!
I got kids.
Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Next shot! Next optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot!
Maybe I can just do this instead of warping. Nope, I can't. Okay. That was a bad call. I thought I could just like punch and kick my way through, but that didn't work.
Optical shot! Next optical shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Okay. Once again, I'm here.
Shot! Optical shot! Next shot!
Oh! Ugh.
Next shot! Optical shot!
Ah!
Next shot! Optical shot!
Oh! Ugh.
Next shot! Optical shot!
Screw you! Bloody hell. Jeez, that was rough. And I only got one level up for my trouble. Safe. Done. Jeez, that was rough, man. Eligor. There we go. Right. I only need to get, yeah, the Yangshi, Blackmore, and Dracula. That's it. Whew. I could do a little bit of exploration, but that was rough, man. Jeez, that was the hardest thing in the game so far. All fine, guys. I'm glad you're having fun watching still. I can understand it's not that interesting compared to the normal game, but I'm trying my best. Doing a bit of grinding. What are you grinding, Sadar? Leveling? Farming something? I ordered a 6-ounce sirloin and a double cheeseburger. Nom 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 nom. That sounds good. I love cheeseburgers. Thanks. Another creep gone again. Yes, indeed. Okay, now we got all the triggers. That thing should be open, but let's go back and go to the left. I'm glad I was stubborn enough to just kill that thing though. It was hard, but it was doable. Blackmore, I'm not sure how that will go. Don't really have much room. I mean, I can at least kick that thing a bit. I couldn't really use my kick here in this fight. More health! That would have helped with that boss. But okay, oh well. I guess this is done. Yep. Well, when I stop playing, there's something I want to discuss with you guys in like what I want to pick next. I have a couple of options, but just want to go talk through them. And let's see what you guys think. But first things first, I'm going to just get out and save. And then next time, we have to kill Blackmore, we have to kill the Yangshi, we have to do the training hall, we have to get 100% for this map for all the stat upgrades, and then beat up Dracula again. That might not be enough for an entire stream next time, but we'll see. At the very least, like half of it for sure. But okay, that is enough here. I have a lot to do still in the castle, but okay, let's go save. And then there's something I want to quickly get on Shanoa's save file before I forget. I didn't actually pick up a ring So I'm gonna get that real quick. Okay, saved. Reset. We go to Shinoa and we go to the giant dwelling and pick up a ring that I actually didn't pick up. And then I want to like go over my options and see what you guys think. Like, I will do all the games I will mention sooner or later, but I'm just gonna go over my options just to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek. Okay, let's go get this ring. I did not get this one in the giant's dwelling at the beginning. It's like very early in the stage. Like here. This ring. Temperance ring. I never got that one. What does it do? Oh. It's just stats. It's good stats, though. It's actually better than the Emperor ring. Well, it would have been nice to have in the previous game, but okay. It actually gives some luck, so it's better than the Lucky Clover, too. Okay, let's go safe. May as well get my hearts. Oops. Okay. Safe. Let me go get my to-do list real quick. And I'll just go over some of the choices I have lined up for the near future. Hot meal. To-do. Is it this one? I think it is this one, yeah. Let me see. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Let's see. Okay, I have it here. Currently going with Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, of course. Then there is a weird little NES game called Legacy of the Wizards that I want to try out soon-ish. It's kinda odd. But it's one of those games that I rented back when I was little from the video store. Never finished it though. I just want to try it out and just see what it's about. Then there's Legacy of Kain for PlayStation 1. I want to revisit Hexplore for PC. Then there's the Lost Kingdom games 1 and 2 for GameCube. And then there's the Quest for Glory series, Thief Path, which is the only one I haven't done yet, at least for YouTube or Twitch. So that's like the next couple of games. Not sure which order, but that's like the next couple of 4 or 5 games. So at least you guys know what I'm gonna do next. I'm not quite sure what I'll do after this game yet. I'll have to see. I probably will not use the full time for this game next week. Depends. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe Dracula will give me a really hard time. But yeah. So I guess next time... Yeah, next time we do the Yangshi, we do Blackmore, we do Dracula, we get 100% map, and that's pretty much it for this game. So that means that next week, probably Saturday, I'll start something. I have to figure out what exactly. Well, I'll think of something. Or maybe I'll just do a couple of the Twitch integration games like I've been doing in the past. Something like Stream Animals, or maybe a bit of Choice Chamber or something. I'm not sure. I'll figure something out. Yeah, it's a shame we found it at the end. But, ah well. Sometimes you find stuff after you're done, I guess. Hey Oswald, long time no see. I hope you're doing good. I'm actually about to stop the stream for today though, unfortunately. But let me know how you're doing. It's been a while. Really enjoy crispy orange chicken ball. So is that like a chicken with orange, or is it just a chicken colored orange, Adlan? Oh, you're doing a word puzzle. Okay, cool. That can be fun. Let me see how many items actually I get in this. I got only 70%. Well, I didn't get 100% enemy drops. There's a lot of question marks. Well, actually, there's a lot of old gear I never really got, of course, so that's probably why. Yeah, I didn't buy every single piece of gear. Damn, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, hang on. I want to just see. How did I do on hats? Oh, wait, that was all. I'm dumb. These are all the... Okay, I'm still missing a lot of stuff. Oh, it tells you. Okay. 55% headgear, 65% armor, 60% feet, 55% necklaces and accessories, and 82% of used items and food. But I got all the glyphs, and I got all the enemies. So still pretty good. And ended up level 55. Albus is only level 29 already in Dracula's castle, but... yeah, we have like 3 bosses left to do. It's a ball of rice with some crispy chicken in it with an orange sauce on top. It's really good. Has veggies and almond slices. That sounds nice. So it's chicken with an orange sauce and veggies and almonds. That sounds nice. That sounds really good. I like chicken with veggies and almonds. I hope the stream is working for you, Oswald. You can let me know how you're doing, either in the stream or with a PM, since it has been a while. But I am going to stop the stream soon, though. It's like past midnight. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Even though Albus mode maybe not be as interesting as the other one, I'm having fun still. And it was fun to take down like almost all of the bosses in one stream. And next time, on Friday, we will finish this game completely. I wonder if you can do the boss rush with Albus too. I have to try and see. But either way, next Friday we will finish this game. And then I'll pick something else. Not sure what yet. I'll let you guys know. Either way, thank you all for being there. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.